The quiet streets of Elmwood Heights buzzed with unease the day Patricia Wellington seized the HOA presidency, a late summer election rigged with promises and perms. I'm Jake Carter, 45, a mechanic with a knack for fixing more than engines, living in the ranch my dad built decades ago. Pinewood's charm, neat lawns, pastel homes, had held steady until Patricia, 62, swept in last Tuesday. Her campaign? Restore order, a velvet glove hiding an iron fist. Her victory speech, yellow blazer glaring, perm bouncing, vowed calm, but by Wednesday Elmwood felt her grip, and my solar panels, Dad's green legacy, became her first target. Patricia wasted no breath. Thursday, a neon orange notice hit. My mailbox, HOA violation, visible solar panels, $400 fine, remove within 72 hours. My jaw dropped. Those panels, sleek and black, crowned my roof since 19, approved by the old board, county stamped, cutting my bills and Elmwood's carbon. She'd sneered at them in debates, eyesores ruining our aesthetic. Her perm-framed disdain a warning I'd shrugged off. Now, her order was law. Friday, I checked bylaws. Section 7, sustainable upgrades. Permitted. Unchanged. My panels legal. Patricia's fine a lie. Her blazer a crown of control. I wasn't alone. Saturday, Mrs. Lopez, 68, widowed, waved me over. Her notice, $350. Panels too shiny. Mr. Chen, 72, 500, obstructs view. 5 homes, 5 fines. Solar pioneers hit hard. Her posse, Sylvia, Bob, untouched. Their gas-guzzling ACs humming unchecked. She hates green, Mrs. Lopez whispered. Her roses drooped. Patricia's tattoo, a whip cracking at dissenters. Me, Lopez, Chen. Elmwood's eco-warriors, her prey. Sunday, I tailed, her Audi at Dino's. Greg Voss, her suit-clad. Shadow, my phone caught. Panels off, prime lots, move fast. Her perm nodding, Greg smirk. Pinnacle's 3 mil, clean slate. My gut iced. Pinnacle Corp. Developers, her order, a land grab. Elmwood wasn't hers, it was ours. Patricia's fines, $400, $350, weren't fixes, they were fangs. Her aesthetic a mask, my panels, Dad's dream, her dart. Could her perm, her plot, outrun a mechanic's proof, my stand? Patricia Wellington's neon orange $400 fine. The Elsie Mae's solar lifeline still stung Monday morning, her perm waving grip tightening over Elmwood Heights. I, Jake Carter, wasn't folding. Pinewood Estates wasn't hers to choke. By Tuesday, her 72-hour ultimatum loomed. Remove panels or pay. My roof's black saviors, Dad's green dream, her prey. I rallied. Mrs. Lopez, Mr. Chen, 5 homes fined, 1,750 total, our solar rebellion brewing. Elmwood's quiet, cracking under her order. Wednesday, I struck. Linda Chen, 68, ex-lawyer, Silver Bob Sharp, her county docs, my 19 bylaws, Section 7, sustainable upgrades permitted, in hand. Patricia's aesthetic ban a sham. Thursday we faced her, my porch. Linda, Lopez, papers waved. Section 7 approved. Mrs. Lopez, my 350, legal. Mr. Chen, 500, bull. Patricia stormed up, yellow blazer glaring, perm stiff. New rules, now. Her voice a whip. Aesthetics trump, remove 'em, 72 hours, done. Linda snapped. Bylaws, votes, where's yours? Patricia's smirk. Ice, I'm chair. New regs, effective immediately. No debates, pay or pull. My jaw clenched. Her new ally, Greg Voss's Audi Dino's, 3 mil clean slate, her stakes, her grab flashing. Elmwood's ours, not hers, yet. Friday, she escalated, neon notices doubled, 800, me, 700, Lopez, non-compliance. 72 hours ticking, her perm prowled, snapshots, my panels. Chen's, fine stack, daily, 200. She barked, Mrs. Harper. My 200, shed, she's mad. Mr. Torres, 150, fence, she's nuts. Patricia's immediately, no vote, her gavel, her crown. Linda, illegal Section 1, board consent. Karen's laugh, I'm bored, deal. Greg's shadow, pinnacle, move fast, my lens, her trap, her tattoo, her cash, Elmwood's fight, my flag, ours, burning. Saturday we prepped, Linda, Sue, county now, Mrs. Lopez, she's stealing, my roses, hers, Mr. Chen, my shed, mine. 5 homes, 5 fines, 3,500, her whip, her greed, my boat, my stand, Sam's flag, her dart, could her perm, her new, outrun, my bylaws, my lens, Elmwood's, ours. Patricia Wellington's neon orange fines. $800 on my solar panels, $700 on Mrs. Lopez's, had Elmwood Heights teetering by Friday night, her 72-hour clock ticking like a bomb. I, Jake Carter, wasn't folding. Pinewood Estates wasn't hers. To break, Linda Chen's legal salvo, Sue, county now, burned. But Saturday 2 a.m., hell broke loose, lights flickered, then died. Elmwood plunged into black. My fridge hummed silent. The Elsie Mae's pad dark. Mrs. Lopez's, "Jake!" A scream. Mr. Chen's powers out. Chaos, my gut iced. Patricia's new rules, her whip now this. I bolted, flashlight slicing, Elmwood's quiet, gone, neighbors spilled. Mrs. Harper, my fridge, insulin, panicked. Mr. Torres, fish tank dead and groaning, street dark, stars stark, Linda solar grid check. We ran, my pad cable slashed, panels limp, Kim specialized gleaming, Patricia as perm, her blazer yellow caught my Gemps 2 a.m. her snarl, cut it now. Wire snipped. Elmwood's hum silenced, her aesthetic, her sabotage, my proof live 50,000. She's nuts, chat flared. Mrs. Lopez, my food spoiled. Mr. Chen, fish, gone. Elmwood, ours, hers, her, glaw. Sunday, dawn, chaos reigned. Mrs. Harper, shaky. No power, meds, help. Torres, tank, $500 a fish. Dead. Lopez, fridge, 200. Rotten. Elmwood, black. Patricia S. cut. Her perm, her crime. My lens, 2 a.m. Her cut, Greg's shadow, her move fast. Pinnacle, 3 mil, her stakes, her grab, Elmwood's ours, burned, Linda, she's done felony vandalism. Mrs. Kim, my roses, 100, now this. Mr. Ortiz, flag, 200, power gone, 60, screaming, my uncams, 100,000, she's toast. Patricia's new, her ruin, Elmwood's ours, could her perm, her cut outrun my lens? Monday, cops, Sergeant Davis, sabotage, felony, my video, her Kim, her snarl, cut it. Clara, City Hall, she's blacked, Elmwood, arrest. Linda, Section 6, misconduct out. Mrs. Harper, my meds, danger, she's mad. Torres, fish dead, she's nuts. Elmwood, dark, my boat, my fight. Sam's flag, her dart, could her vibe, her new, outrun, a blocks raw, my cams live. Elmwood Heights lay in darkness Monday morning. Patricia Wellington's 2 a.m. sabotage had severed Pinewood's solar grid, my panels, the Elsie Mae's lifeline, silenced, homes black. I, Jake Carter, stood, flashlight dim, Mrs. Harper's. My insulin, Mr. Torres's fish dead, echoing my cams, 100,000 views, Patricia's perm, her Kim, cut it. Live, Elmwood's fury, my spark, cops rolled, Sergeant Davis, badge glinting, 6 a.m. Sabotage, public endangerment, serious, his growl. My lens, her ruin, Elmwood's ours, not hers, yet. Davis stormed, 2 squads, scenes, hot secure, my video 2 a.m., her snarl, Kim snipping played. Felony, vandalism, risk, Mrs. Harper shaky, no power, meds, nearly killed me. Torres, $500 fish, tank, gone. Lopez, $200 food, rotten. 60, screaming cops, eyes wide. Not petty, public harm. Linda Chen, Silver Bob, Section 6, misconduct, Section 9, removal now. Davis, evidence rounded. My cams, Mrs. Kim, my roses, 100, she's mad. Mr. Chen, shed, 300, she's nuts. Elmwood, dark, my fight, her fall, could her perm, outrun, cops, my lens. Tuesday, cops dug Elmwood's ours. I hauled my footage 2 a.m. Cut it. Greg's move fast. Linda, county, fake maps, hers. Mrs. Harper, Teary, insulin 200, hospital. Torres, fish, tank 500, dead. Lopez, food 200, spoiled. 60, files, fines 500, Greg's twins 2. Mill Pinnacle, Davis, fraud, endangerment, big. Cops, precinct Patricia, summoned 8 p.m. Her blazer, yellow perm, stiff. HOA rules my right. Davis rules fake cuffs. Now, her, I'm chair. Shrill, Linda, you're out, felony. My lens, 200,000. She's toast. Elmwood's roar, her stubborn. Her fall, could her vibe outrun my proof? Wednesday, cops, deep. Elmwood, ours. Davis, endangerment, fraud, 2 mil. Hers, my cams, Greg's fast, Linda, section 7 legal, hers fake. Mrs. Kim, she's mad, 100. Mr. Ortiz, flag 200, power gone 60, files, fines 5,000. Greg's Pinnacle, Davis, cuffs serious. Patricia, interrogation, perm, wild, rules, my HOA, cops, fake public, harm. Elmwood, dark, my boat, my stand, her fall. Could her new outrun cops, my lens? Patricia Wellington's 2 a.m. sabotage, cutting Elmwood Heights solar grid, had left Pinewood Estates dark and seething by Tuesday. Her perm framed defiance, rules, my HOA, ringing hollow as cops hauled her off. I, Jake Carter, stood, the Elsie Mays panel scarred. Sergeant Davis's fraud endangerment at my cams, 500,000 views. Her fall, Elmwood's spark. Wednesday, fury boiled. 60 residents, Mrs. Harper. My insulin, 200, nearly dead. Mr. Torres, fish 500 gone. Mrs. Lopez, food 200 rotten. My flag, Sam's, her ruin. Elmwood's ours, not hers yet. Thursday we dug, Linda Chen, Silver Bob, she's done, passed check. County records 2015, Oak Ridge HOA, Patricia, chair, fired, abuse fines 10,000, forced out. Mrs. Kim, she's mad, 100, roses. Mr. Chen, shed 300, history. My lens, her, cut it. Greg's 2 mil, Pinnacle. Friday, emergency, HOA. 7 p.m., 70 packed, chairs tight, air, rage. Linda, she's out past proof, my flag, Sam's, her whip, Elmwood's roar, could her perm outrun us, my stand. Saturday, council chambers, public court, Linda, Mike, Oak Ridge 2015, abuse fired. Projector, my cams, 2 a.m., her Kim, cut it. Greg's fast, Mrs. Harper, Kane, insulin 200, hospital, she's just cruel. Torres, fish, 500, dead, she's just mad. Lopez, food, 200, spoiled, she's soon. Nuts, 60, roaring, Mr. Ortiz, flag, 200, power gone, and Mrs. Kim, roses 100, she's evil. My voice. Section 6, fraud, Section 9, out. Karen stormed, yellow blazer, perm wild, lies my HOA. Linda, Oak Ridge, Elmwood, same vote, hands 70-0 out. Booze, chairs toppled, my flag. Sam's, her fall, Elmwood's, ours, live 1 million, she's done. Sunday, cops, deep, Davis, fraud, endangerment, 2 mil, hers. My cams, Greg's fast. Linda, Oak Ridge, proof. Mrs. Harper, she's cruel, 200. Torres, dead, 500. Lopez, spoiled, 200. 60. Files, fines, 5,000. Greg's, Pinnacle, insurance, call, ho, null, no. Coverage, hers, pay. $20,000. Harper, Torres, Lopez, her lake, her cash, her ruin. Elmwood's, roar. She's toast. Patricia cuffs, her vibe, her new, her fall, could her greed outrun cops, my lens. Monday, Elmwood, Rose, Linda, new HOA fair. My flag, Sam's high, Mrs. Kim, free, Mr. Chen, ours, my boat, Elsie May, mine, Mrs. Harper, she's gone. Torres, safe, Lopez, bloom. Elmwood's, air, light, my stand, her, ruin, could her, perm, her, chair. outrun, my flag, Elmwood's ours. Patricia Wellington's reign, her perm-waving tyranny, crumbled by Monday. Her cuffs and $20,000 debt a bitter echo as Elmwood Heights shook off her shadow. I, Jake Carter, stood, the Elsie Mae's solar panels gleaming, her sabotage, Elmwood's blackout, her fall, my cams, 1 million views. She's toast. Pinewood Estates wasn't hers, ours. Tuesday, 60 rallied. Linda Chen, Silver Bob, new chair. HOA, reborn. Margaret's fines, my 800. Mrs. Harper's 200, gone. Elmwood's airlight, could, fairness, bloom where, greed, burned. Wednesday, new dawn. Linda, green, now. My bylaws. Section 7, sustainable, yes, tweaked, solar, free, no visible ban. Voted 58-0, Mrs. Lopez, my 700, back. Mr. Chen, 500, safe. Panels popped, 5-10, roofs, Elmwoods, hum, solar, sweet. Linda, support, not stifle. Dues, gardens, not gavel. Mrs. Harper, my shed, 200, free. Mr. Torres, fence, 150, mine, 60, cheers, ours. Patricia's vibe, her ruin. Elmwood's rise, could her new outrun my stand? Thursday bloom, Linda, eco, yes. Ho rules, slashed. No aesthetic whip, solar, wind. Green, go, Mrs. Kim. Roses, 100, back. Mr. Ortiz, flag, 200, safe. Dues, panels, not patios. Elmwood green, my boat, Sam's flag, high. Neighbors, grilled ribs, smoke. To Jake, Mrs. Lopez, free. Mr. Chen, ours. Elmwood's quiet, our roar. Patricia's chair, her fall, could her greed outrun. Cops, my lens. Friday, Patricia fled. For sale, her ranch, her lake, cash gone, 20,000. Harper, Torres, hers. Her blazer, yellow perm, wilted. Movers hauled, no wave, no buy. Mrs. Harper, good riddance. Mr. Torres, she's nuts. Elmwood watched her exit, humiliated her vibe. Her loss, my stand. Her fall, could her new outrun. Elmwood's ours. Saturday, Elmwood soared. Linda, fair, always at my panels. Elsie Mae, mine bills, low. Mrs. Kim, free. Mr. Ortiz, ours. My flag, Sam's high. Mrs. Harper, she's gone. Torres, safe. Lopez, bloom. Elmwood's airlight, my fight, her ruin. Could one find one stand, shift. Suburbs, soul. Yes, 60, hands. Linda's, steel, my flag. Sam's, her fall. Elmwood wasn't hers, it was ours, reborn. Her greed, dust, our green stone. A block's grit, a flag's grace. Conclusion, shadows of resilience. Jake Carter's stand against Patricia Wellington's HOA tyranny in Elmwood Heights offers a quiet anthem for those of us in life's later seasons, where shadows stretch long but roots hold deep. For older hearts, it sings a truth forged through years of subtle strife. Unchecked power fades when met with steadfast resolve. Patricia's fines, $800 on Jake's solar panels, $700 on Mrs. Lopez's. Her blackout sabotage aimed to dim Elmwood's. Green spirit, echo the petty overreaches we've endured. A neighbor's dictate, a rule's weight testing our bend. Yet Jake, panels gleaming, community rallied, stood firm. We too can rise when greed or bias press. Be it a fine on your roses or a shove at your peace. Age isn't a dimming, it's a deepening. Our hands, lined by time, wield resilience like his solar grid, steady against the dark. Her ruin, arrested, her lake house lost, teaches vigilance's gentle might. Patricia's $2 million land grab, her forged maps, mirror scams we've glimpsed, overcharges cloaked as duty, power veiled as care. Jake's cams, Linda's steel flipped her game. We too can sharpen our watch, check the notice, trace the line, question the cost. A year's gift us patience, not haste, spotting rot where youth might rush. Keep a record, old friend. Your wisdom, seasoned by decades, guards your light, a quiet shield against the patricias who loom. Elmwood's bloom, solar free, a garden. Grown, shines on unity's soft strength. Patricia divided, Jake united. Mrs. Harper, Mr. Chen, her prey, rose as her jury. We felt solitudes creep, friends drift, steps falter, but this urges, connect, share a tale, lend a hand, your porch, your grit, can forge a block no tyrant breaks. Jake's panels lit homes, our fights, small as a seed, can warm. Others still. Age isn't retreat, it's a bridge. Your stand builds where greed tears down. Her exile, house sold, shamed, nods to justice's slow arc. Patricia's order trapped her, Jake's defiance freed us. Could one fine, one grid, shift a suburb's soul? Yes, our scars, our steel, forge fairness when we plant resilience. Isn't loud but lasting. A quiet glow age perfects, turning shadows to strength.